Welcome, traveler. You have entered a realm of adventure. Prepare yourself for tales from Beyond the Dice.
Beyond the Dice is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a cyberpunk city called New Ettica. I'm your Dungeon Master Luke, and your players are...
Ben, I play Cortaine, the level 5 human fighter.
Jeff, I play Gaige, level 5 human wizard.
I'm Peter, and I'm playing Spigs tonight, a level 5 dwarf artificer.
As opposed to other nights where you play other characters?
No, other nights he plays a beautiful woman called...
Penelope.
Peter!
That's nice.
And
I'm Travis.
Peter?
I
Peter's a
play
female name.
the people's favourite, Little Moss, a level 5 half-orc
That is not. We have not had a survey.
Well, he did win the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award, so...
That's because he just wanted to get covered in green slime.
yeah, usually...
Also the only entry.
Alright, I was going to make a joke about Travis being loves being covered in slimes of various colours, but I thought I shouldn't make it, but I already have.
You technically have.
Kind of have. Alright, so, I would like all of you boys, you gooey, slimy, Nickelodeon watching boys, to roll me a d20 to recount what happened previously on Beyond the Dice.
12.
16.
Also 12.
Fell on the floor. Hold on.
Come back to us, Trav.
Little Moss, 5.
Then it's Little Moss.
Yeah!
What
I
happened
don't think I've ever done
previously,
it.
Travis?
I don't know. I've never paid enough attention to do this. So, we got a job, and the job was to break into Darkhaven, the bookie, and because... Did Thundergunk lose a bet or something? Is he trapped in there?
No, he called you. It's not really a job.
He's a hostage.
He's a hostage, and he's like, come and help me. I can't lose my money or my life. Please help.
Oh, yeah, so we thought we'd come and help. And Jeff had a whole bunch of... Not Jeff. Gaige had a bunch of misguided attempts at getting in the back door. Like a normal Friday night. And like dudes just popped out of nowhere, and like a big guy sitting on the back of a truck was out there. He was massive, and he was just like, I was just driving past. Carry on, gentlemen. And then we all just came in the front door and started kicking in heads.
Hell yeah.
I would say Little Moss more effectively than anyone else.
Oh,
but,
what a
Wait a
blatant
minute.
lie.
What about all the robots that couldn't see you?
That was pretty cool.
You could you couldn't even hit.
Yeah, that's true. You maybe hit someone twice.
You've never heard of the subtle art of shadow boxing. Right? So you try to punch something, but you hit a shadow next to it.
I haven't seen it either.
That hits right in the soul.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah. But we ended with Cortaine charging into the next room, where he was confronted by three boneheads and a hobgoblin with all of this tech all over his body, and they are holding hostages in these private rooms where people make... Yeah, they basically put money on various illegal activities around the city.
There was also not even a half orc, an orc of the eye.
He was a boneheads.
No, but one of the hostages.
Brax?
Yeah, the Edict of Ire.
Yep. He was in there, and his two of his people got sassy with the boneheads, and one of them got shot in the face.
Yeah, I will admit that made Cortaine happy.
Yeah. So, where we will begin today's episode is in that room. And I'll just quickly describe the scene. So we have this room. The walls are a charcoal grey. The carpet is a thick black carpet. There are these small booths that are 10 foot by 10 foot, sort of along the western and southern walls of this square room. And on the far eastern wall, there is also one more booth. In the northeastern part of this square room, there is an airlock that sort of blocks off people before they go into more of the high security areas, and there's a big sign in the airlock that says "Through to loading dock and vault." Now in this room, Cortaine is charging in slow motion with his bastard sword gripped two-hand, the blade glowing a hot amber red, a bonehead in front of him, pointing his weapons forward, a hobgoblin with teal skin, purple mohawk, a red cybernetic jaw that looks very, very similar to the bonehead helmets. He has got a cyclopsian cybernetic ocular implant and a navy trench coat that has been cut to be the size of a normal jacket. He's hunching quite a lot, and you can see these 6 canisters that are sticking out of his jacket at his back, and there are all these lights and sort of energy pulsing inside these canisters.
Sick. Is he like? He's not like one of those terrorist bombers, is he?
Maybe, we don't know. So he reaches his hand forward, and he's got cybernetic arms, and they look really sort of thrown together and mismatched. They start to arc electricity up, both of them, and he points them towards Cortaine as he's charging in.
Crouton, prepare to die!
And so what I will get everyone to do is to roll another initiative.
Cortaine, 8.
Oh, so close to a 20.
Gaige, 16 again.
Little Moss, 6.
Since when did you have... Whoa. Little Moss is Russian?
He is today.
It's the first time you had a voice.
I haven't found my character voice yet. I haven't had enough episodes to find it.
Oh wait, that's the wrong character.
Oh,
Too many D&D characters. It's actually 21.
Alright, cool. So first off, as Cortaine is running in,
I was already attacked at the end of
it will be...
last session, yeah.
Yeah, the hobgoblin shot some lightning towards you, but he didn't hit any damage. He sort of scorched the wall.
Okay, I had marked down I took damage, I think.
Well, you guys were fighting last episode.
Yeah, I was not hit except for the lightning that he did.
Oh, well then yes, he has attacked you. Then he didn't just hit the wall.
I believe, unless the recording says otherwise. But the only damage I've taken was some lightning damage.
Let's go, and it's going to be the bonehead right in front of Cortaine. So what happens is he pulls up his submachine gun, and he's going to just from 10 feet away pull it up to his helmet and just pull the trigger. He's going to fire at you.
That sucks.
And that is going to be 21 versus AC.
That is a miss, son.
Alright. It just bounces into your shield or your armor and flings off into the wall.
Yeah, it does.
And seeing that, he backs up and he yells,
"Come any closer, and I'll shoot the hostages!"
And next it will be Spigs' turn.
It's actually pretty smart. I didn't see that coming.
Spigs will move up.
Didn't think of
hold
that.
15 feet of movement. How far's 15 feet?
Was that like 3 squares? Oh no, it's gonna take us a long
2,
time.
3.
He can use his action
Can you
Alright.
run and do
To
double?
Spigs is
dash,
activating
which will give
dash
you
mode.
double the speed.
And he runs. He runs so far away.
Good.
Runs through night and day.
And it seems to be a whole distance of a normal
Go, baby
person's
legs.
movement. Like if you were to see a normal person running or even walking,
Because of
Spigs
his
running, they would
robotic
meet
chicken
the same
legs.
point at the same speed.
Alright, and next is the orc bonehead, and he's bigger than the others. You can see
Regular
through
legs.
his cut off sleeves. He's got big orcish arms, and he pointing his submachine gun. He oh no, this guy doesn't have a submachine gun. He has got an assault rifle. He points that up and he yells out,
Nobody move! Like he said, we'll start shooting every single one of these little bitches right here.
and he points a gun at the crowd. He doesn't take his action yet.
Oh, okay. That's ominous.
Next is Gaige.
Okay, so
Ooh.
Gaige, he makes. Can he? Is there a fire suppressant system in this building? As part of like the computer that he's still connected to?
You are in the archive room, which has a bunch of basically large filing cabinets across the south wall and the western wall, and in the center there are these sort of like wheelie counter things with all of these basically tablets in them.
Are they like up on the roof? Can I see if there's like
Sprinklers?
sprinklers? Yeah.
There are certainly sprinklers.
I wonder if it'd be enough to like throw them off. Maybe not. It's like Gaige is thinking there might be enough to like throw them off so that he can like distract them so that. But actions are still ready. Nah, sorry, screw that. Okay, Gaige is gonna is gonna go up the corridor as well. He's gonna also dash, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I think he's got a speed of 25. No, 35 feet. So, well, he'll make it to the doorway and stop. And that's his turn.
All right, so Gaige runs down this narrow corridor to the very end.
Oh, and he says, like, where were you? We had this robot.
You talking to Cortaine?
You know, you could have helped us. Yep.
You see Cortaine through the door, and just past Cortaine, you see a bonehead with his red skull-like helmet, the black eyes, and his red sort of Letterman jacket hoodie, holding a submachine gun, pointing it in Cortaine's direction.
Gaige holds up his hands.
So no pistol?
He's holding his pistol up. No, he I can't remember if he shot anything.
Yeah, he tried to shoot
the robot
drones.
and okay. Yeah. He holds his pistol up in the air.
All right. So like putting his hand in the air, his pistol is like hanging from his thumb. Next is the Hobgoblin Mage, pointing his hands up again, all of his fingers stretching out towards Cortaine. He says,
Don't you dare move! If you move any closer, I will burst the heads and eyeballs of every piece of shit in here.
and he lifts his hand up in the air, touching his right hand in the air, touching his elbow, and there's this shockwave of purple energy that runs from his arm all through his body, and you see like these almost looks like if anyone's played the Mass Effect series, the you know how there's I can't remember the name of it, it's been such a long time, but the
Biotics.
You know that like that energy shit that goes over their hand? It's like that, but it covers all these parts over his body, and it looks like armored plating. And he simply pulls out this twisted looking like dagger, basically a long knife, and he points it towards the closest to him, which is... It is a young lady. She looks quite well-to-do. She's dressed quite well. She has a little cybernetic implants on the side of her face, and they seem of good quality. Next, we will have the Goblin Bonehead, and he will grab a hostage He picks up one of the Edict of Ire guys, and he says,
Yeah, don't even move. If you move, I'm gonna blow your brains out, you piece of shit. That's what we're calling them, yeah, boss? Pieces of shit?
and he looks to the Hobgoblin, and the Hobgoblin just like slowly shakes his head, not even looking at the Goblin, and the Goblin says,
These streets, Darkhaven, they're gonna be ours. yeah, boss, that's right, yeah. They're gonna be ours, yeah?
and that's all he does. Next, we have Cortaine. What are you doing, sir?
So, currently, there is one hostage being held. He's an Edict of Eye member, so to be honest, I would not give a shit if he dies. The orc is... He is just pointing his gun at who? Do I know this person? This lady or gentleman?
The closest person to him is a lady. He's pointing the assault rifle at the group who are in the center of the room, where there is Brax, the Edict of Ire half orc guy, one other Edict of Ire gentleman, and a few other randoms, and also Thundergunk.
Thundergunk kind of in the middle. Like, has he got enough bodies around him?
I would say he is closer to the Hobgoblin.
Oh, the Hobgoblin who said he was going to blow everyone's
basically.
brains out.
What I'll do,
Well,
I might just put...
yeah.
No, that can't be. I was going to put a Luigi where he was. I'm going to use another little token. Let's just make this as... And just to update everyone, our listeners, Thundergunk, if you don't remember, is basically the contractor. He gets all of our mercs their jobs, and he's been pretty forthcoming. He's never ripped them off, and he's just a pretty good guy. Cortaine's known him for years.
I have known him for years. He's a good friend. Well, good acquaintance. Is it how... Would Cortaine think it's likely that if I attack, he is going to get killed?
Or he's basically the first in range for whatever this Hobgoblin has up his sleeve, I should say.
It's like I thought it was a crap name originally, and it's still a crap name.
I could think about what I would do. But Cortaine, he doesn't think very well. Cortaine is charging in.
All right.
He is going to charge at the closest bonehead.
Yep. Right there.
1, 2. And he will attack. He'll attack this nub.
Roll your attack, sir. And you're attacking with your bastard sword?
Yes, I am.
One or
that is
two-handed?
One-handed, because I have the shield now.
Yes.
That is a 17 versus AC.
And that...
Stop hitting yourself.
Ooh, it meets it, it beats it.
Woo! Okay, and now I will attack, sir. Okay, that is 13 slashing damage and 3 fire damage.
13 slashing. And
3 fire.
just describe how this guy is dead.
So he was the one who shot at me, like point blank range.
Yep.
I just moved towards him and just with disgust just slit his throat.
Alright. I'm going to quickly make him red. There we go. You slash your sword, slicing just beneath his helmet. A spray of blood arcs up in the air like a sprinkler. Spraying all over Cortaine, the front of his armor, and the body falls to the ground.
I will then continue my move, because I, at level 5, can do 2 attacks per action.
Yes, just let me quickly do this.
Yep, do the reactions. Yep.
No, I will. I'm just going to place... what's a good color? Let's do that one. Alright, can you guys see that purple square?
Oh!
Okay, that purple square there is, in the center of this room, is the group of hostages. Moving through them is basically classed as difficult terrain, and I would like probably a dexterity saving throw to see if you trip on them or not, because they're all like cable tied up, like their legs and hands are all cable tied up.
Okay, well, then I'm not going to go through them because they're probably just going to slow me down, and I don't want to trample Thundergunk. The others I don't really care about.
Yep.
I will move past the door.
Yep.
So that so I will kill this bonehead, and then simply move past him to the wizard, as you called him.
Yep.
The mage. So I am right next to this crazy mohawked hobgoblin.
Yep.
And I will attack him.
All right.
Oh,
That is a 27 versus AC.
That is definitely going to hit.
Yes.
You're really concerned if you're like, it meets it, it beats it.
Okay, that is 10 slashing damage and 4 fire damage.
All right. He like lifts his arm up to block it, and you slash a big chunk of the augment out, and it falls to the ground and rattles. A little arc of lightning shoots off of it and dissipates. And then you see like the searing red hot metal on his arm, and he snarls at you.
You'll pay for that!
Well, thankfully, Cortaine's turn is not done, because as a fighter, I do believe I can use a free action.
Yep.
Once between rests. So I'm going to use that to attack again, which means I attack twice. And I don't really like this guy, so I'm going to attack this mage twice.
All right.
Where was that robot?
Now-
We should go back and like keep fighting it and missing.
Oh, out there.
Yeah, out there. I think Cortaine's got this down pat.
Jeff, I've got some bad news for you. The other robot is crushed under a table.
That's right, we got it. Sorry, continue. Now I killed it.
So, I will attack this guy
Yep.
with my sword. 21 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Do you want me to roll the other attack to see if that hits and then roll the damage, or one at a time?
Roll the damage for that one.
Okay, that is 12 slashing damage and 5 fire damage.
All right. Cool. You slash up his chest, and you see like there's some augments on his chest as his t-shirt sort of rips apart, and you do see bits of like his teal hobgoblin flesh bleeding and searing from your weapon attack.
Nice. Seeing that, I'm encouraged to attack again.
All right.
That is a 20 versus AC.
All right. This time.
Wait, how many times can you attack?
I can attack twice per action, and as a fighter, I can once per day basically get a free action, which means in a turn I can attack 4 times.
This time he lifts up his other arm, and the shield thing blocks your attack.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So, that's Cortaine's turn. I did my best.
Oh, shut up.
Are you just annoyed because your best is flailing against a hover drone that can't see you?
And hold on 1 second. I think he can use this. Yes. Okay. Can you please make a dexterity saving throw?
It's quite doubtful in the armor I have, but I will try.
Yes. Now, do you make? Is that with disadvantage on?
I believe it is with disadvantage. Yeah.
All right. Because you're basically
well-
wearing a Hulkbuster suit almost.
Yeah. So with disadvantage, it wasn't bad. I got an 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the worst on disadvantage.
Please.
That is
Please.
that is a fail.
That's all right.
And you will take, if I can get to it here. Oops, wrong dice there. You take 17 fire damage.
Oh, fire damage, you say? That's exactly what I wanted,
Yep.
because my armor is flame resistant.
All right.
Nice. Okay,
So
so,
you
I
take
take half of that
half of that?
rounding. Yes, half of that rounding.
As you miss that last attack, and you not misses it, but he blocks that last attack. He flings his arms out in anger, and a burst of flame just basically echoes from him, hitting you and I think it's just one target, isn't it? Yeah, just basically just bursting forward, hitting you in the chest. Your armor steams a little bit, and it has a slight like hot glow to it, but then that dissipates quickly as steam shoots out of parts on your armor. It's absorbed the heat and pushed some of it back out.
I simply say in a cold voice of a killer, "You will die by my blade, cyborg scum."
Alright. And next is going to be Little Moss.
Okay, I can only move as far as just behind Gaige. So can you move me up? So I'm breathing heavily from having smashed that drone with the table. I burst through the door and I run up the thing. I push past chicken legs, and then I was like, "Get out of the way!" And then I slam into Gaige and press him up against the door because I couldn't arrest my own momentum.
That's like me in real life.
Alright. And is that double running?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Spigs should just make a hole in the wall, and just burst
through.
It's taking too long to get down this.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
Yep. Next is...
It's only activated when they have to say, "Oh yeah," and then Spigs can burst in.
It's like Bloody Mary. They have to say, "Oh yeah," 3 times in a mirror, and then you burst through the wall. Alright, it's Spigs' turn now.
How far was 15 feet? 3 squares? Alright, so Spigs is going to continue to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squish.
We're all just rammed up against the door.
He basically catches up to the other group of guys, Little Moss and Gaige, and Spigs. It looks like he's puffing, but it's mainly the slow legs. He's tried to run really hard, but it's exhausted him as well.
Are you just a natural sprinter instead?
When back in the day when Spigs had all his body parts, he had some gold medals for running in one of the games. He's pretty fast. Fortunately.
Thank you.
Very dangerous over short distances. Thank you, Jeff.
I was trying to find.
I was going to go there if you didn't.
Okay, so basically it is Gaige's turn. No, it's not. Sorry, it's the Orc's turn. And what he is going to do is he's going to first off point his rifle at Cortaine, and he says,
Boss, duck!
and the Hobgoblin ducks down a bit, and this guy is going to shoot his assault rifle at Cortaine.
You can try.
You can certainly try. Well, I'm not rolling 2 dice here, am I? Oof. That's a 24 versus AC.
Oh, that just hits.
Like it meets it, it beats it?
No. It got 1 over.
Okay, and that is
I lied.
You're like, I'm too strong for that shit. I ate the bullets. That is 10 ballistic damage from the assault rifle.
I do believe this OP armor that I bought also gives me resistance against ballistic damage.
Yes.
Nice.
And he uses multi-attack. He points it to the crowd and he shoots someone else.
Because he realized his attack was just flaccid and weak.
Now, he doesn't really know that Thundergunk knows you guys because Thundergunk's keeping his head down. So I'm going to roll... where are we looking at? Let's roll a d8. Okay. It's the person to the left of Thundergunk, and he's firing at them. And he rolls a crit on him. This guy's basically a quote-unquote minion, so it's just like a random Darkhavian, half-elf gentleman with a brush mustache and a leather jacket. and the orc just fucking shoots him in the face and kills him.
So not part of the edict?
Nope, just a rando.
That's a bit unfortunate. But
The glibness of human or elven life. It's like, oh, that's unfortunate.
What's next? Next is Gaige.
Okay, so this is like Gaige sees like this innocent guy getting taken out, and like he comes in and and he's holding his pistol in his hand. He goes no, and he runs in, and then grabs his pistol. Like he was thinking about how he could intricately challenge this wizard to a wizard duel or something like that. But then he just sees this guy kill like an innocent person.
Yep.
I'm gonna use sharpshooter feat, which means I take a -5 to the attack roll, but a +10 to damage.
Oof, nice.
Also worth mentioning, my ranged weapon ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Yep.
Also, and then
Yeah, Gaige is a really, really good shot with the gun.
Yeah, but I keep forgetting this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he got magic, dude.
Yeah, yeah, and a sword. You know,
Yeah.
why would he use his gun, which he's trained to do? Instead, he'll use a sword he has no idea how to use and drops all the time. Anyway, so...
Because the sword is fucking cool, dude. It's a katana.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna shoot... It is a very cool katana. I'm gonna shoot the pistol, and I'm gonna use 2 hero dice as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Ooh.
I rolled on my hero dice. I rolled a 3 and a 2, and then on my d20 I rolled a 2. So Gaige just comes in and starts shooting wildly.
Remember, but just remember
It's
when
like a 7.
when you're doing hero dice, you can choose to do it after your roll, but before I tell you if it hits or misses.
I agree, but in this moment,
Gaige
like,
doesn't.
Gaige, yeah, this is.
He's just gonna pop ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then and can he get any closer? For
If he moves behind Cortaine.
how far can he move again? I just said it.
35 feet, I think.
Yeah, so that's 7. Can I move here? 6, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because moving through the people will take double.
Oh, okay, wait.
It's,
1.
it's like 2 movements.
Oh yeah. Well, I was trying to move around, like through Cortaine, but I suppose he would be a big guy. So wait. So it was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you won't be able to move past Cortaine.
4, 5. Okay, so he'll go there in where
Alright.
the people are.
Okay, you basically you're standing amidst some people.
Yep.
Alright.
Trying to push through them. Yeah.
Okie days. And it is now the mage's turn. This techno mage that's standing there. Cool. He throws his arms up in the air, and then like it looks like he's pulling down like a bar in like the gym, like that sort of motion, pulling it down. As he does so, in the little chambers and pipes that are sort of like, and cylinders sticking out of these big bulky arms he's got, you see this blue energy, and bursting from them, centering on basically himself in a 20-foot radius.
You could. If you right click him, you can go to the settings. Yeah. Okay.
Oops. Sorry. Oh, actually, that's right. Yep. Cool. Everybody in here must make a dexterity saving throw.
Is there any negative or any reaction I can do from him casting a spell adjacent to me? Because there is for ranged, like they get disadvantaged, do they not?
Yes, I believe. Do you get an up attack? Maybe.
I think I might, but I don't want to say for certain without checking. I've got the player's handbook right next to me. I can check that.
Yeah, if you could. Which basically, if he does, he'll move. he will. Oh, he can't really do anything. He'll get an up attack anyway, I guess.
Exactly.
Yes.
Take that, silly wizard.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, so you can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach. It doesn't actually apply the ranged thing anymore in 5e.
No, ranged attacks in close combat. Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, spell, or other means, you have disadvantage on the attack roll. If you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature who can see you who isn't incapacitated.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he
but-
just casts this and you make
I know
a
that
reaction.
is then the thing. He's not making a spell. He's not, but that's under ranged attacks, as in that spell is a ranged attack spell. I'm not sure what it would be for AOE spells. Were you going to say
I
something?
just quickly searched and found 5th edition. Does casting lightning bolt in melee provoke an op attack?
But the lightning bolt has a target. This is an area of effect.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think it does. Actually, yeah, and I don't think it does anyway. Like it's specifically only when they're moving out of your reach in 5e, not when they're making a range attack. They just do disadvantage.
Yep.
Yeah,
but which doesn't apply.
because they're making everyone else make checks. It doesn't affect it. Huh?
Basically, as this does this almost like this cold whirlwind spins out of his body, and these massive shards of ice start pounding into you and into the ground from basically nowhere. You see them basically just appear and slam into the ground as well as spinning in this spiral. So everyone in the room, besides him and his friends, because he has a special little ability,
What a jerk.
does dexterity saving throw. Or makes a saving
Oh! Disadvantage 17.
Oh, sorry, I'm rolling it now. 13.
Alright. Who made what? 13?
Gaige
And
13.
And Cortaine 17?
Yes.
Okay. That's a pass for Cortaine. But Gaige, that's not so much a pass. And it was... Okay, 16 cold damage and 12 bludgeoning damage.
Do you have bludgeoning resistance?
Cool.
I should have done it like that in the first place. I'm just being a bad DM.
No. All good. All good.
And I think that may be his turn. Let's see. Yep, that's his turn there, and that whole area is difficult terrain now as well. I have to make rolls for each of the people. I did not do that. Okay. Now I'm going to roll for each of the hostages. This is for hostage 1. Okay, fail. This is going to be for hostage 2. Pass. This is for Thundergunk. Pass. Hostage 4 and 5. Fail. Pass. And fail. Okay.
Oh, actually, can I...
So Brax, it doesn't hit Brax.
Sorry,
but
does it... Oh, sorry, go.
it basically... It kills one of the Edict guys. It kills that woman. The ice charge just pepper them. And it kills another random Darkhavian, and another half-orc who's like, no! And he gets stabbed in the face by a big piece of ice.
Wow.
You guys are being really irresponsible.
Well, I can't hear you back in that hallway.
And then that is the end of his turn, and it is now the goblin, brownhead goblin, and he pushes his Edict of Ire guy to the ground, and he is going to fire his shotgun. No, sorry, not his shotgun. He's a goblin. He has this submachine gun. He's going to fire at Gaige. And that, my friends, will be a 15. So he pulls up this little submachine gun and he turns it on the side like a gangster, one-handed, and fires it.
Gaige pops his shield.
Alright. 15 AC.
Yeah. So Gaige pops his shield. Two little things pop up, and hexagons like all of a sudden appear in front of him where the bullets were going to hit, and it doesn't hit him.
Because it pluses your AC
Up
by
to
5.
7. Yeah.
Right? Is it?
Yep. Correct.
Cool. And the goblin will make his multi-attack, and he will fire into the crowd. And I roll a d4 this time. Yikes. Alright.
Is that the same one as before? That shot into the crowd before?
No.
Okay.
He's shooting Thundergunk.
Okay.
That's a hit. Fucking please don't kill Thundergunk. I like him. I'm saying this to myself. Oof, that's not very nice. Okay. 8 damage to Thundergunk as he gets shot in the shoulder and the neck, and he like yells out in pain, and he looks to you guys and he's like, "What the fuck? Guys, you were supposed to help me, not get me shot. Gosh darn it." And after that, it is Cortaine's turn.
Excellent. Like were those like his last words before he reached up to the sky and then just collapsed?
Nah, he's not dead yet.
Okay, cool. Not dead yet. I like how you
I'm feeling much better.
So I will take one more swing at the Hobgoblin Techno Mage in front of me.
Yep.
It's an abomination. Because it's a Techno Mage, not because of his race. Just making sure. So I will roll my attack. That is a 26 versus AC.
Alright, that is going to hit. Alright. Boom. Shield. Nothing happens.
Shield! Damn this man. I mean this Hobgoblin. 26! Oh, okay. Alright, well, Cortaine starts getting angry then. Because when things don't go his way, he gets petulant like a child. So he is gonna...
A child in a fucking mega suit. In power armor.
That's exactly what he is.
Yep.
I will attack again. Well, Cortaine will attack again.
Yep.
That is a 24 versus AC.
Nope. Because it's until the start of his next turn.
Till the start of his next turn. That is very unfortunate for me. I mean, for Cortaine.
Moving against a triggering attack, you take no damage from magic missiles.
Oh.
You're like, oh fuck, that's my next turn gone.
Yeah.
Well, then that's Cortaine's turn. He is just hammering into this guy.
And he's like, the Hobgoblin's got his arm up and the shield over it, like that plated holographic shield, and it's like it's like blue. Every time you hit it, it goes like red and then goes back blue, and he's like slamming down into the ground, and you can see beneath his feet like the you can just see like the impact into the ground every time you slam.
Next turn. Well, he's gonna run out of spell slots before I run out of life, so we'll just keep going.
All right,
That's Cortaine's turn.
It's Little Moss.
Yes. Okay, so I bust into the door.
Poof.
Yeah. And then
you as you walk through the door,
yeah.
There's this nice, really thick, plushy black carpet, and these charcoal walls with these nice lights on them that are now sort of flickering. There's a fucking snowstorm in here, and the ground is covered in big chunks of shards of ice. It looks out of place.
You think you have a nice pun?
No, I'm wondering how Moss would respond to this.
He walks in.
Pun.
Hold on. He walks in and says, "Nice to meet you."
You guys need to cool off.
Everybody chill.
Yes.
I'm
Freeze in hell.
and other such puns from what I'm going to say is one of the best Batman films ever made.
It's fucking genius, that man.
So good. Alright, so Moss is sensorily overwhelmed to the point where he starts to like hit at the snow with his hands and then like drops to the ground and like starts commando crawling in.
Okay.
And
Which means you move at half speed,
yeah.
and then you're moving through difficult terrain as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna start crawling towards the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the room.
Cortaine.
So yay! Thanks, Luke.
Punch him in the
No
tank.
worries.
No, I'm gonna go around him and go for the big guy.
All right, you're gonna try and crawl through the people.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, can you help me work this out? He's crawling. He's prone, and he's moving through difficult terrain into more difficult terrain. What is all? Does this difficult terrain stack or not?
Oh man, that is. Oh, just move him one square.
Yeah.
That's probably easier.
All right, you can punch Gaige, Thundergunk, or yourself. At this
You
point.
hurt yourself in confusion.
Yeah.
If you punch Thundergunk and he dies,
I draw my knees up under myself and I start gently rocking.
Really?
No, I'm
He's
just,
like, it's too cold.
I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. It is Spigs' turn.
Alright, so now it's Spigs' turn. to
He's still in
bust-
that hallway.
Bust through the door with his 15 movement.
He crawls. He gets down on his hands and knees and crawls like little mouse.
Drags his chicken legs along through the door.
Now, what's he do?
He goes, I'm here, guys! What's going on?
you see Cortaine just screaming and slamming his sword continuously into a magical barrier.
From here, you basically can't shoot any of the enemies.
Okay, there's a private room blocking my line of sight, and I can see my friend.
The hostages aren't like prone on the ground.
Yeah, but if you see where Spigs is, it goes like he can't see
Oh
through
yeah,
the
yeah.
walls.
Okay. So it's not that he can't see over any hostages. It's
No.
just there are walls in the way. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there's a wall in his way. He can't see. around
Because
it.
tip for those at home: if you're a hostage, best be down.
Yeah, get down. Because
Yeah.
Cortaine's sword is gonna go astray. Maybe
Yeah, I'm
once
just
in the
I'm just
fight.
gonna spin to win.
And everyone laughed at me when I was huddled on the floor.
He's like, I just want to be safe.
I just want to be safe from Cortaine.
Spigs would then charge forward behind his group of friends.
All right, so he's gonna double move,
Yeah.
and it's classed as difficult terrain in that blue area. So just keep that in mind. So every square is
There's a blue
Two
area?
yeah. Can you guys see it?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
The purple square.
It's a purple square. There's no blue
No,
square.
no, no. Oh.
It's like it's close enough.
It's a
No,
liar. It's a
Oh
liar.
no, can't see a blue square.
Can you see the big blue aura?
No.
No.
Yes.
Ah, why not?
I can see it.
I
The big-
cannot see that.
The big circle.
Nope.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a different color.
How big
Can you
is
see it? Can you see a big red circle?
Nope.
No.
What is this for the listeners at home? What are you doing? Is this the ice?
Yeah, this is the
Ice area?
snowstorm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, basically, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to see. Oh, roll 20. What the fuck are you guys doing?
As Spigs enter the room, he goes, "Oh, sweet Christmas."
I just made a big yellow one. Can you see that?
Hold on, let me.
Nope. Okay. The auras might just be for you, Luke.
Which is stupid, I reckon. Oh no.
You see that?
Oh, stop
I
saying
can
dicks.
see 3 friends trying to grow a beard, which is a euphemism for a penis and balls.
That's watch out. The snowstorm's about to come out.
Oh, that is disgusting. You are a menace, sir. A menace, like the Spider-Man.
While we're talking about stuff that's probably her, is it
It's
possible
gonna
for
get cut.
it's getting cut? I can see that square. Is
we
it
go.
possible for Gaige to move one square down without triggering an up attack, or that will trigger an up attack?
No, you can move on. You can move on to Thundergunk Square.
As long as you don't move out of range of the person, that's what triggers the up attack.
Yep. Basically, that area there, Spigs, if you can see it, the big blue square.
Yeah, I see
That is difficult terrain. So when you move through each square, it's 2 squares.
Yeah.
So,
one square
can
back.
you move that far?
Nope.
Okay.
So I entered. Oh, hold on. I need to go back to movement.
Basically, this
I was
whole
in
room.
there,
Let's just say that.
and then I could probably move to like there, as a run.
Cool. This whole room is difficult terrain now.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
watch out for that green cactus.
Yes, the big stinky green cactus boy. There's no cactus there. Travis drew a penis
Yeah, I know.
for everyone at home. Alright.
He just used green.
Next is the Bonehead Orc, and he's going to, seeing Little Moss run in, he's going to fire at him once, and if I can find my other d20, twice, because he's multi-attack. He rolls He rolls 2 1s like a fucking champ. This guy basically sees Little Moss run in, he fires his weapon, Little Moss crouches down and crawls through, and these bullets just hit the wall, and he's like, huh? Next is Gaige.
Okay. Gaige sees. Oh, okay. Gaige sees kind of sees the situation, and it's not great. There's this hostages dying everywhere. He can't even get to the other guy. He's got to get through this warlock first to get to the guy he really wants to kill. So he's gonna move here, which doesn't trigger an up attack. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're still within.
Cool.
So,
And he's going to turn to the warlock.
yep. So you're just moving to the past the warlock, but not away from the warlock,
Correct.
because just for people who are listening.
Yes, and he's going to attack the warlock because he seems pretty bad.
Now, are you guys calling him a warlock just because he's a hobgoblin and he's bad and usually...
I've only been calling him a cyborg scum and a technomage.
Yeah,
Can,
true.
click him and put his name underneath.
There is. I don't know why you guys can't see
That sucks.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see his name.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
just-
you guys
so
might have to
name-
refresh or something because I've got everyone's names up on there.
I can't see anyone.
I can only see Gaige's name under himself. Can't see anyone else's. Gaige is going to cast Witch Bolt.
Which ball?
Peter did that joke last time.
I don't even remember. That's how lame it was.
Classic joke.
Okay. How many hero dice do we get per level?
5 plus half your level, sir.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna do the same roll I did before. And I'm gonna do a level 3 Witch Bolt. Okay, so I'm guessing 17 is a miss.
It is a miss.
Okay, so nothing else happens. He doesn't do anything else if it's a miss.
All right.
Okay.
And then?
That sucks. That's it.
That's it.
That's all he can do.
Okay, it is the mage's turn. And...
Oh, actually, he grabs, in his other hand, he grabs his baton.
all right. Hobgoblin goes...
You guys are pretty tough. Fuck you. You cut me up. You killed my best friend over there, Darren. He's gone. And now I'm gone.
Cortaine just starts laughing.
He slams his cybernetic hand into his chest, and he just blinks out of existence with this purple energy. And in the airlock, this you can see through the glass panels of the airlock. You can see the hobgoblin teleports inside of it. He smiles. It should be here. He smiles at you, Cortaine, on the other side of the glass, and he grabs this big wheel thing and he cranks it over clockwise. And then he flees. He goes one, pushes open a door, and he disappears through it.
Did he just do a whole like Batman? Hey, look over there, and he sneaks away.
No, he just basically teleported through a glass wall.
Yeah, I didn't know people could teleport. That is...
No, he distracted. He distracted, right?
That is
There's
concerned.
no teleportation.
It's probably maybe the first time any of you have seen that.
Gotta learn that spell.
And his compatriots, who's one of their turns is next, the goblin, he's like,
Boss? Boss, you can't just leave us. These guys are gonna kill us. Oh man, this is really shitty. Guys, I'm sorry.
and he puts his hands up, and that's all he does.
Gaige's
It's
turn.
Cortaine's turn.
Cortaine's turn?
Yep.
That is not the person's turn he wanted.
Is-
Cortaine is just going to charge He's gonna charge that little hobgoblin and the orc that's left.
Okay, so you're going to charge to the orc and then...
Yeah,
to
so
the goblin?
the orc is closest, and I don't need to move through the hostages or the the distractions, as I call them.
You're just going to move through him once he's dead?
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm just gonna murder this guy. Like I'm not even gonna stop. I really just want to kill this goblin, but I want them all to die. So
Alright.
I'm just going to yell. I think Cortaine is beyond words. He thinks that just a primal rage is a primal yell is what will bring him peace. So
Yep.
he will just charge at this guy with his shield in front of him, and he will attack. Oh man, I'm rolling so well tonight. It's great. 27 versus AC.
That is definitely a hit.
Oh man. Makes up for all those ones I got in the subway.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that is 10 slashing damage and 9 fire damage.
Oof. He is gripping on for dear life. Panting. Blood just like sloshes from one of the arms that you sliced off. The assault rifle falling to the ground. He falls to one knee, but he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Not yet.
Not yet. I will... Cortaine in his helmet smiles a little bit. This has all been a bit too easy. So he will move past this orc in so he will simply move past, and now he's with range of the little goblin, and the goblin he wants to die.
Yep. Alright. For all your attacks there.
That was a crit.
Whoa, no! This poor goblin. Okay.
Poor goblin. Well, like he
Roll-
might
roll.
be financially poor, and that might be why he's taken up a life of crime. He's also poor in spirit. So
And soon to be poor in health points.
yes. Okay, that is 16 slashing damage and 11 fire damage.
Okay, let me just, we're gonna do a little bit of roleplay for this.
Yes. Okay, Cortaine is too furious and blood crazed right now to listen to this whimpering. He will simply just keep bringing the sword down.
He's like,
No, please, mister. No. Look. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. Ah!
with blood and viscerals just spluttering everywhere.
alright. When you pull the sword free from the ground, the carpet has been basically peeled away from your slashes.
Mm-hmm.
And all that you basically see left besides a pile of ready goop is half of the skull helmet. But there is nothing distinguishable beyond that.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Anything else? Or is that your turn done?
That is my turn done.
Little Moss.
I simply turn back to stare at the
orc. Little Moss is your turn, sir.
Okay. Is it the snowstorm is still raging?
I believe. Let's see. No, it's gone. It sort of starts to. It's settling, and all of those ice shards are just like vibrating and disappearing out of his existence. But the like slashes in the carpet and the holes in the ground are still there.
And the dead people.
I stand up with my palms facing upwards and small flecks of snow on my hands, and I look at them. I brush them off my hands, and then
Yep.
I'm hoping to run around the Thundergunk on his like that, and then go down and punch that lobster in the face.
The orc. You run down through the center of the room, past all the hostages, and make your attack, sir.
Oh, 11 versus AC.
That's gonna miss because you slide a little in his blood and you're drunk and staggering. You swing a punch and he droops his head down, saying, "That was my favorite arm." And did you want to make another attack? Can you do that yet?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Oh, 12 versus AC.
That is also going to miss.
Well, very good. I slip over in the viscera.
You fall on your butt. Bonk! And next will be Spigs.
Spigs. I'm not sure if he had rearmed the Thunderfire cannon, but he says, "Say hello to my little Thunderfire cannon." And he loads up and fires down.
At the orc?
Yep.
Nice.
But he loaded in non-lethal rounds.
All right.
That's 18 on the dice, plus, modifier, which is the number. Probably.
It's going to hit.
Yeah.
I can tell you that already.
And then... I don't know what that dice symbol is. Oh, it's a 1. That's terrible. That is 10... Oh, you want me... I probably have to split up the damage because it's small thingy things.
Let me just tell you, you don't really need to right now because he has 1 HP.
Alright,
so Cortaine left him with 1 HP.
Alright, it does more than 1 HP of damage.
Alright, so you shoot this syringe-like bullet, slams into his chest. He looks down at it, and he's like,
Oh my.
and he collapses backwards, and you see his head resting on his arm like a pillow. His severed arm.
Oh.
Spooky. Alright. That's all, basically, all of these boys are gone. Beep.
Yep. Good job, everyone. Group effort.
Okay, now all the hostages that are alive, including Brax. Well, Brax stands up and he's like,
It seems that we keep running into each other. This time, I'm quite thankful.
How far away from Cortaine is Brax?
he is. He's in striking distance.
I will simply spin and cut his throat.
Whoa!
All right,
Could Gaige stop that?
you can if you want to. You would have to make Cortaine roll your attack.
Okay. Nat 18. So that is a 20 is 28.
Okay, well, Gaige is gonna pop his shield. It doesn't actually. Does that work?
It's going to be a 28.
Yep, then that hits Gaige because he gets in the way.
So as you swing your bastard sword down to hit Brax, you just see like this. It's like in animes and movies where somebody just like slides right into the way, his trench coat flicking out and like sort of flapping at with the speed that he's moved across, and you strike him. He's holding what are you holding? Your arm out, your sword. You're just putting your body forward. How does Gaige step out in front of this attack?
Gaige holds up his baton and tries to deflect the sword with his baton.
That is 9 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
Okay, so Gaige is out.
As Cortaine, you slash down, cutting through the baton. You slash Gaige across his chest. He falls backwards. Brax catches him, and Brax says,
What the fuck are you doing? What's with this maniac?
as he calls out towards Spigs and Little Moss, and that's where we'll leave it.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Cortaine is a loose cannon. Well, luckily, Thundergunk is safe, unless Cortaine decides to chop him in half, too. I'm Crux, the interdimensional demon bard, and I'll be seeing you next time, traveler.
And so, the outro goes. Thank you for downloading the show, our listeners. Thank you for sharing this with a friend. Thank you for telling anybody that you can who likes D&D about Beyond the Dice, this podcast you're listening to right now, because it'll help us very much. And thank you so very much for not buying all the Kransky today. Like, I went down to Coles, there was still some Kransky left, and I know it's because of our listeners. You are such beautiful and generous people that you didn't buy them all because you knew that I wanted some tonight. So thank you.
You know, there was a great part of this episode where Little Moss put on a great accent, possibly one of the best actors of all time. If you would like that to be his main voice, you should jump on our website, www.beyondthedice.com, and maybe send us a message, leave a message there if you can.
You're going to crowdfund
That'd
it.
be great.
So we can't do that, but you can message us on Instagram at Beyond the Dice. Our website doesn't take any comments or feedback in any way, but there are many social medias that the other guys will talk about in 1 second.
Oh, man.
Well, I farted when I laughed. It was a little one.
So, Ben, where's that other social media platform where you can communicate with us?
So the other one is Facebook, of course. So you can get any news, but who are we kidding? You just want to go there and tell us that Little Moss should have a Russian accent for the rest of the series, and that is at facebook.com/BTDPOD Beyond the Dice.
This is the best outro ever.
No, it's not that. Okay, well, like, it's the letters BTDPOD.
Okay.
If you have some time, you should give us a review wherever you download our podcast. That would help to reach more peoples and to grow our listener base in Russia.
Yes.
No.
Perfect. Nah, alright. Podcast over.
See ya.
Alright, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.